Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's going to join us. All right, friends, I got some fun cards for you this evening. Just got to find us here on Facebook so we can share with our groups. So just bear with me quickly as we switch everything over. And hopefully, there we are. We are live. Share with the groups. VIP. And our friends in the team group. Okay, here we are. Hello, hello. Please say hello if you're here joining me. I'd love to know who's with me, and just let me know your name and maybe where you're chatting in from. Again, today we are featuring the Sentimental Christmas Suite. I will say the embellishments here, the druzy adhesive back embellishments, I know I have them here. Did not use them tonight because I can't find mine. So we use different gold colored embellishments. But these are gorgeous. They have a faceted cut to them, so they sparkle. Can't find what I did with them. I thought they were in with all my other embellishments, but apparently I put them someplace for safekeeping, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, fun set to play with. It's very nostalgic. It makes me think of like the 1970s, early 80s Christmas seasons. I don't know what there is about the colors. I think it is maybe. And then some of the imagery definitely has that vibe to it. So that's what we're going to be doing. But before we get into our projects, I just have a few little housekeeping things to go over. Of course, it's paper pumpkin season. November kits are on the horizon here. You have until the 10th. Today's the 10th. Today's the last day to subscribe if you want that November kit. It's called Filled with Joy. It does make 8 projects, 8 stockings with 8 gift tags. You're going to get pre-cut paper pieces. You're going to get these fabric stockings, safety pins, and specialty gold foil. The coordinating colors will be Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Shaded Spruce, and Berry Vanilla. Excuse me, your Stampin' Spot will be Poppy Parade. So that's the one you definitely want to get in on, is get that Poppy, get the Poppy Parade. I have to order Poppy Parade. I just realized today I am out of Poppy Parade cardstock. And then December will be a Notes from the Heart, which will be a non-Christmas themed kit. All 3 of the quarters kits do coordinate with these 3 little bonus dies that you can add on while supplies last. And the last I did see that they did still exist and are available. So yeah. So if you want in on Paper Pumpkin, I highly recommend. Okay. Seasonal sale. This is another thing I wanted to make you all aware of. Beginning the 13th, we have our seasonal sale starting up. Bundles from the 2024-2025 annual catalog, an additional 20% off. So you have the 15% savings, or 10%. Save 10% on bundles. You're going to get an additional 20% off for a total of 30% savings on those bundles. 20% off designer series paper in that catalog, and 10% off our cardstock and our ink pads. So, and ink refills. So if you are needing some ink refills, you need to add some new color to your life with our ink pads. Those are on sale for 10% off starting the 13th. It's a short sale. It's only the 13th through the 15th, but definitely a great time to save. If there's any bundles you've had your eye on, now's the time to grab them. Online exclusives went live on November 5th. We have this beautiful Valentine's suite. Rumor has it, our next mini catalog coming out in January does not have, they'll have Valentine's stamp sets, but there's no Valentine's suites. This is it right here. It is part of the online exclusive release, and I'm telling you, the colors in this are gorgeous. This marbled paper with the gold in it is beautiful. Just a really amazing suite. There's the gold twisted thread, and just FYI, I'm using some of that tonight. You have these gold adhesive sequins. There's these little gift bags, and then of course the gorgeous heart dies and this beautiful stamp set. There's also an additional the Happy Hibiscus bundle, which is a hybrid embossing folder and die that work together. And there's many, many, many other releases that went with that for the online exclusives. All right, on to tonight. Again, we're featuring the Sentimental Christmas Suite. This paper is what really sold me. The colors in it, the designs, they're all absolutely beautiful. So, love this paper. Like I said, it does have that nostalgic feel. It takes me back to my childhood. Like I said, kind of into the 70s, mid 70s to early 80s vibe. Love this paper. This one has the Christmas trees, and then you have this one with the trees. And like the ribbon, candy cane ribbon. We got the snowflakes, and look at this little deer scenery here. We are using that. Beautiful. And then you have this one here. These stockings you can cut out. They do coordinate with the dies, as well as these little ribbons. Those coordinate with the dies as well. Just gorgeous paper. And if you aren't on my email list, we are doing the Christmas Express this year again. My friend Cindy and I have partnered up. This week is my designs coming to you. Last week was hers, so we take turns each week designing 2 projects. Look at this, I can't get my paper back in here. And this week, of course, I featured this product right here. So all of this is going to be, so you're going to get bonus projects in your email if you're on my email list. And if you're not on my email list, you have until Thursday to get on it to get week 3. We do 6 weeks. You get 12 projects total. And we are already going into week 3 this week. So again, yeah, lots of amazing little things. So tonight's cards, let's share. We have our first one here. This is a really cute card. It opens. It's just your normal everyday card, but it's also a gift card holder. So check this out. You have your little gift card stuck in here. It's like a little matchbook style. And that's got our little candles. Are they not so cute? Love that. All right. The next card we have is a little bit of a simple fun fold. And this is where I used those gold dots. But again, it just opens. It says, wishing you joy and happiness. And we have some of that twine. I don't know if you can see that little twine here. Oh, so StreamYard and Facebook are not playing very nice. So it just is telling me Facebook user. It's not telling me who you are. So I don't know who said it's my favorite paper. But it's one of my favorites for sure. Hopefully that gets corrected. I don't like that. I want to see who I'm talking to. Oh, hey, Paulette. Glad to see who it is. But anyway, love this paper. Love that. And then, of course, I had to do something with the fact that the stockings could be cut out and not have to do all that coloring. So we have this cute little card with all of our little stockings. And then you open up, it says, let's celebrate the season. So again, a very simple card. Cute little layout. Used a little bit of that ribbon. And we will show you how these are all done. But we're going to start with our gift card holder. So that's this one here. Let me find my stuff here. So we have a standard card base. This is in Pretty Peacock, 8.5 by 5.5. You get our bone folder here. And we have it scored at 5.5. Then we have a piece of basic white for the inside. This is 4 by 5.25. And then I have a piece of basic white. This is 3 3/8 by 4.5. Then I have another piece of the Pretty Peacock. This is 3 1/4 by 4 3/8. I have a couple pieces of that Designer Series paper. I've already have it cut. And that is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. And then this piece here is 3/4 by 2 7/8. You want to make sure everything's going in the right direction. And then I have to go grab, just bear with me. I need to grab my trimmer because we do have to do a little scoring on this. Okay, we're back. All right, so for this, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to bring in our trimmer here. We need our scoring blade. And we're going to score this basic white piece measures 3 inches across by 8.5. And we're going to score at 3.5. I'm going to have to open this up because we're also going to have to do 7 5/8. Good gravy. So we're going to start with our 3.5. So that's right there. And then 7 5/8. So we have, let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. No, I can't see here. Too far away from with the camera in the way here. So we have 1, 2, 3. There it is, 5/8 right here, just before 3/4. There we go. Now we can get that out of the way. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and fold on that score line. And then this one gets folded up. Okay. What did I do? Oh, Tucker, since you moved, Mama's going to use your spot. There it is. I used my last staple from my regular stapler because that's all you need is a regular staple. But ran out of those staples, so I pulled in my old Stampin' Up! Stapler. And basically all you're going to do is tuck that in for a moment. And then you're just going to put a staple right down at the bottom here just to hold that closed. And that's what's going to hold your matchbook shut. Oh, hey, sis. Facebook isn't giving me names for whatever reason, or StreamYard. I don't know who's having the problem, but I'm wondering in Facebook, is there like something that says, to make comments, talk to StreamYard, give StreamYard permission or anything like that? I don't know if it automatically puts that in there, but for some reason it is not telling me who's chatting with me. Sis, I know it's you because you said sis, but otherwise I'm just seeing Facebook user said. All right, so now I'm going to pull back our card here. We're going to start by, what did I use? I forget now. Have a very Merry Christmas. Okay, so where is that one? Have a very Merry Christmas. And we need our pretty peacock. There it is. So we have our pretty peacock ink pad. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to say, have a very Merry Christmas. Apologize if that shook anything. All right, we're going to take our adhesive. All right, this is a brand new one. It better work. There we go. That goes onto the inside of our card. Who are my Yellowstone fans? Yellowstone starts tonight, the new season. Huh. I wonder if there's something going on. I don't know if it's Facebook or if it's StreamYard that's causing the problem. Hopefully they get it fixed because that's annoying. Not going to lie. Okay, so now we're going to take these two pieces. This is our basic white that measures 3 3/8 by 4 1/2. And then the pretty peacock panel that's 3 1/4 by 4 3/8. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive. And we're just going to get that all lined up nice, like so. Okay. Now we can go ahead and add our adhesive to this. And this is going to get centered onto our card base. Just like that. So there's that. Now we set that aside. Now we're going to work on our piece here. And I just realized I didn't bring any scraps over for that. So I'm going to have to go grab some scraps. But for now, let's go ahead. We're going to put our little 3/4 inch by 2 7/8 onto our piece here, and that covers up your staple. So you never see the staple. So that goes on like that. Then this, we're going to go ahead, put our adhesive, and then that goes on the center right here. And now, one word of caution, if you are using directional paper like this, you really have to stop and think about the direction of your paper, or you could have like upside down or sideways deer going on. So you want to make sure you get that on and cut correctly. All right, so now we're going to add our adhesive to the back of this piece here. And then this just centers on like that. All right, let me grab some of that white and we can continue on here. So, all right, we're going to have to cut some because I didn't have a scrap over there that's quickly accessible. So we're just going to go ahead and cut us off a section here. There we go. All right. Next, we're going to use our Memento black ink. And we're going to bring in our little candle. There it is. Okay, so we have our candle. We have our Memento black. We're going to ink that up. And we're just going to stamp that right there like so. Where did I put the cover? Okay, clean that stamp off. All right, so for this, I do have my Peacock Stampin' Right markers. This too. Oh, you know what? I got a little bit carried away putting that down. We need our yellow. What else did I use? We need Poppy Parade, light and dark. And I used a little peach pie and cherry cobbler for our flame. And I have crumb cake. Okay. I think we've got it all now. So we're going to do our little berries. Ooh, what happened here? Uh-oh. I think it's time for a new Poppy Parade marker. Well, let's try this end. There we go. We're just going to fill those little berries in. Like so. And then we're going to use a little of the dark and just put a little highlight in there. There we go. Then, like I said, I did the flame. I used it's the dark peach pie. Well, I'm glad, Facebook user, that you like it or love it. I wished I could see who was talking. This is going to make me crazy. And I just added a little bit of the cherry cobbler in there to add a little extra color to that flame. Then we're going to take our light crumb cake. And basically, or actually, I'm going to take my dark first. And right around the candle, where the kind of like where the artist has already kind of shaded, I'm going in with the dark. And then I'm taking the light, and I'm really not coloring it in. I'm just like feathering out where I put that dark. So it's maybe down the sides a little bit there. So it's not fully colored in, but kind of gives you an idea. All right, and then we're going to take our light Pretty Peacock, and I'm just going to fill in my leaves. So anyways, as I was saying just a minute ago, tonight is the first night of the new season of, which I guess is going to be the last season of Yellowstone. So it ought to be interesting. If you're a follower of Yellowstone, it's kind of a little rough, but it's kind of addicting. And if you watch Yellowstone, you know what the train station is. I tease everybody at work that they keep up their nonsense. I'm going to open up my own train station. Use that one again. And then we're just going to take the dark and just hit some of these veins. And that is it for the candle. All right, so then we have this lovely little die that lines up perfectly with that candle. Where did I do with my little Post-it tape? So we're going to get that out. We're going to get this all lined up. No worries. Again, it doesn't tell me who you are, Facebook user, but no worries about being late. There's always replay. It's not a problem. All right, and then I have this little circle die. We're going to cut that out too. All right, next, we need the baby boss. Run this through. Sorry for the shakes. I don't know how to make it stop when we're using the boss. Okay. There's our candle. And here's our circle. Circle, we're just going to pop out all these little extra little bugs that didn't pop out. Okay, that's back there. All right, so we can set that aside. Next, because I didn't put that on when I was supposed to, we're going to try to pop this off. Ooh, and it's coming off. Ooh, okay, it's working. Okay, so before that goes on, we're supposed to do, oh, okay. We're just going to wrap this gold twine here. Let's put a little more adhesive. Where did I put that? So we're just going to tack that down there. And snip. Okay. So that goes like so. I'm going to add a little more adhesive because this really didn't stick that well. All right, so now that gets centered like so. Then do this first. Ooh, there's another little booger in there. There we go. There's one there. Okay, got it all out. I have my little sponge dauber, and I have my, oh my goodness, lemon lolly. And Let's use this, I guess. So we're going to get some lemon lolly. And I want to get a lot of that excess off. And then I'm just going to come in here and do a little glow for behind our candles, because that just gives our candle a little extra something. So then we can take a dimensional. And that goes on like so. So you have that nice little glow. Close that up before we stick our hand in there. Now, we're just going to take a few dimensionals. And that goes on like that. Then, what is going on here? We just want a little bow from this pretty little gold twine. Like I said, this is actually in the online exclusives that went live on November 5th with the Valentine product. But we're using it for Christmas. Okay. So now, just going to trim that off. I need to do some work on that because goodness gravy. All right, so now we need a glue dot. Hello, Sue and Kay. I don't know who's saying what, but I only know because people are saying hello to you, because all I see is Facebook user. Facebook or StreamYard, not sure which, is not playing nice at all. And then this is just going to go on like so. And there's her cute little bow. And that finishes card number 1. And again, you have your card and then your gift card holder. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. Oh, my nose is itching. Okay. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 is our wishing you joy and happiness. And we need, for this one, I have a Lost Lagoon card base. That was 11 by 4 1/4. And then I scored it at 5 1/2. And then I cut off a 3-inch piece. So this was how this card started. 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, cut off 3 inches. Then we have, for the inside, a piece of the Designer Series paper that measures 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of designer paper that measures 2 3/4 by 4. Then I have a piece that is 2 1/4 by 4. I have a piece of basic white for the inside that measures 3 inches by 4 1/4. I have a scrap for our sentiment, a scrap for our little piece there, and then I have a piece of pretty peacock that I've already die cut using the stylish shapes, using one of the banner pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and assemble, and then we'll do our stamping. So we're going to start by folding on our score line. This is our Inside Designer Series paper piece. Look how pretty that paper is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this paper. And I had a hard time deciding on which sides to use because it's all so beautiful. And like I said, it just takes me back. It makes me think of like Christmas in the 70s at my grandparents. I don't know. Just something about the feel of it all. Again, this directional paper, so you want to make sure you're paying attention to how you're cutting your paper so you don't have trees going sideways. And if you did cut it right, make sure you put it on right so it's not upside down, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so now we're going to add this piece. All right. And then we're just going to put that looks pretty good. Put it down. You want to make sure you keep your adhesive away from here so you don't stick your card closed. Now for this piece, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add my adhesive. This is my inside piece. And to make sure it lines up and doesn't get, so you don't see it, make sure everything's all lined up. Lay it down. Make sure, get in there. Because this is cut the exact same size. So you just need to make sure everything. There we go. And just don't get caught up on the tape. You'll be good. Okay, there we have it. So there's our inside done. All right, next. I have our sentiment, which is wishing you joy and happiness. And we're using, what did I do with it? Real red? No. Yeah, I guess it was real red. All right. So we have our real red. And we're just going to stamp that like so. Clean off the stamp. And that will be cut out again using the stylish shapes dies. So let's see if we can't get that in there. So it's straight. There's that. And then we are using, there is Pretty Peacock. And a little piece here. Okay. Next, we need where? Oh, where? There. Cut this out. And now we have our wishing you joy and happiness. That goes in our scrap pile. It goes back with our dies. And then to color this in, we used a real red and our Pretty Peacock. So what I did is I took the light real red and just colored in our little berries. And then took the dark and again, just kind of hit the highlights. Again, using where the artist who created the imagery for the stamp has the shading. That's where I did it. Then using the light Pretty Peacock, I went in and filled in all the leaves. And then using the dark, I went and just did like the veins. But you don't need to watch me do this. I went ahead and did that earlier and have it all cut out for you. And there we have it, all ready to go. So all we have to do now is we're going to put a strip of adhesive on the back here. And we're just going to bring in our Pretty Peacock strip, just like that. Then some dimensionals. Add that. And then I'm going to add dimensional down here at the bottom and up here towards the top. And that goes like so. That not so cute. All right, now what did I do with my little? We're using the gold textured adhesive back dots because God only knows what I did with the Jerusi dots that go with the suite. I love this DSP too. Not gonna lie, probably one of my faves. So I'm gonna put one there. We'll put one there. And one of the larger ones. Oop. Come on, flip. over. There we go. Goodness gracious. And that, my friends, is card number 2. I love the colors too. All right. Card number 3. Let's celebrate the season. Love these stockings. These are totally from the Designer Series paper. Love when Stampin' Up! Does that. They create paper that coordinates with our dies. Life gets so simple. So when you're running low on time and energy, because that takes energy to color those in, this is your card. At least it was for me. All right. So for this one, we have a thick basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and fold on that score line and use our bone folder to press that out. Shaded Spruce is our next layer. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I have here a piece of designer paper. This has got that ribbon that runs through it. And that's 4 1/4 by, I think, 2. I did. Yes, 2. So that is going to attach to the center like so. So I'm going to go ahead. Make our adhesive. And get that centered as best we can. Then got this gorgeous ribbon that goes with this particular suite. This is called the Satin Sheer Ribbon, and it's in the Shaded Spruce color. So we're just going to take this and wrap it around. So I'm just going to trim that. Let's there we are. Now we can go ahead and add this to our card base. There we are. All right. Now, what did I do for sentiment? Let's celebrate the season. Let's see. There it is. So we have let's celebrate the season. And where is, there it is, Shaded Spruce ink pad. Ink that up. And that goes right here on the inside of our card. All right. I did go ahead and cut out these little panels. I cut out 3 of them, and they're using the deckled edge rectangles. It's the deckled rectangle dies is what they are, and it's the second from the smallest. And we're just going to pop these on with some dimensionals. So I like to start with the center one because we want to make sure that one's in the center. I just used a couple of dimensionals, one up top, one at the bottom. Oop. So that goes. Yeah, that's about right. All right. Go to the next one. Stuff. Huh. All right. And number 3. Well, thank you, ladies. Glad you're liking them. All right. And then whoop, let's try going straight. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, now they're all on there. All right, and then, of course, we have this beautiful paper, and that all lines up. So they're the right size. We got to get our little stocking here. Post-it tape to hold everything in its place. So we need 3 stockings. Okay. Baby Boss. And plates. There's stocking number 1. And through the magic of Facebook Live, we have stockings 2 and 3. And just so you know, those little bows in the paper coordinate with the bow die. Just so you know. And just so you are aware, these dies come in this cute little packaging. It's not a big package. The Sentimental Wishes dies. There's the little bow. There's this little extra little sprig piece I did not use. You get your stocking and the candle. They're so cute. Okay, so for this, we are now going to take dimensionals and pop our stockings up. So stocking. We need and again. And there we have 3 stockings. And to finish it off, we need our ribbon again. We're just going to fish that in there. And then we're just going to tie a knot. We're not even getting fancy with bows. We're just keeping it super simple. And then we're going to card number 3. How's that? 3 cards, all using the suite. Fancy fold and a gift card holder. All in under an hour. Woohoo! We did it. You too, Facebook user. Oh no, saying what? I'm gonna have to go back and read all the comments afterwards to see who said what, because this is crazy. But thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, even if I can't see who it is that's talking until I go to Facebook. Oh, sometimes technology. Anyway, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are not currently on my email subscription list, the link is in the description of this video. You will want to get on it because I have 2 more cards featuring this beautiful set. One is another gift card holder, just so you know, and it's totally different from this one. Because I know we all need those gift card holders this season. Well, thanks, sis. I appreciate that. All right, guys, have a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And I will see you, God willing, next weekend. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.